Trustee Glatz will be participating in this meeting electronically by telephone conference call. He is prevented physically from attending the meeting due to employment purposes.
At this point, Trustee Glatz, this is Pat Connolly. Can you just confirm it's your voice on there? Say hello.
Can you speak up? I'm having trouble hearing you, Pat.
Yeah, can you just confirm, just for the record, just say Trustee Glatz is here?
Yes, I am. I'm here and participating by electronic communication.
Okay. We've confirmed it's Trustee Glatz.
Okay, item number 2, I'd like to make a motion to give committee to consider approval of the minutes of the Public Works Committee meeting held on June 12th, 2018. Do you have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
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 Number 3, discuss fiscal year 2019 municipal parking lot improvements. Cody?
Yeah, this project is simply curb and gutter removal replacement, pavement R&R, pavement restriping for the 80th Avenue North Metro lot, South Metro lot, and public safety building, as well as a patch here in the Village Hall parking lot. I'm here to request approval for a contract for bidder deconstruction in the amount of $443,370.20 for this project.
Anybody have any questions in regards to that? If not, I'd like to
No.
Yes.
if there's no further questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve the deconstruction as presented. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Number 4, discuss fiscal year 2019-2020 crack sealing program, roadway and parking lot maintenance. Cody?
This project...
Brian, could you do me a favor and speak up just a little bit? I have trouble hearing you.
Okay. Go ahead, Cody.
All right. This project consists of crack sealing on 75 streets, approximately 14 miles here in the village. This contract entails a 2-year extension with Dendler Incorporated. They are the low bidder for this project in the amount of $125,240. And I'm here to approve a contract for Dendler out of Mokina in the amount of actually not to exceed $125,240 for this project.
Anybody have any questions?
I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Thanks, Bill. Usually it seems like some of the years we usually only have one bidder. Is there a reason that we have such a low turnout for this, John?
Yeah, there was only 2 bidders. Apparently, it sounds like the second contractor was actually the one that you guys had used previously. They're the sub for this contractor that is actually doing this one, or the second bidder, the higher bidder of this project. But I'm not certain how many you guys typically deal with.
Trustee Glatz, this is Kevin. Mostly over the past years, it's Dendler's been the only bidder. This year, we actually got 2 bids on a crack sealing, so it usually has been Dendler over the years. But
All right. Is there any reason that this bid is so much lower than what we paid the last 2-year contract?
I would have to look that up. I don't remember. I don't have the numbers in front of me from last year.
Yeah, I think it was in the 140s, but anyhow, I was just seeing if we changed anything or if there was just less to do or less footage.
We might have added or decreased streets.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good, Brian.
Okay.
Thank you.
A motion to approve Dendler as presented. Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Number 5, discuss Tinley Park Convention Center parking lot improvements.
This project consists of curb and gutter removal, replacement, pavement patching, pavement surface removal and replacement, as well as restriping of the convention center parking lot project. There was 7 bidders on this project and 2 options. We are recommending approval to Iroquois Paving for option 2 in the amount of $383,948.
Any questions? If there's no questions, we have a motion to approve Iroquois paving for the convention center parking lot improvements. Do you have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Number 6, discuss 183rd Street resurfacing Harlem Avenue to Oak Park Avenue.
This project consists of curb and gutter removal, replacement, pavement patching, resurfacing, and restriping of 183rd Street from Harlem Avenue to Oak Park Avenue. There were 6 bidders on this project with 2 options. We're here to recommend approval for option 1 to Iroquois Paving in the amount of $350,167.96.
Any questions?
Are they going to, just one, Brian, is that widening that any, or is that just being the same size?
Just resurfacing.
Just resurfacing?
Resurfacing, yes.
They're not going to add another lane there or stuff like
Not
that?
at this time.
Okay.
Like
I
to
didn't think so. I didn't see it, so.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to approve the,
Kevin, I had a question. Were you done, Bill?
Yes.
Have we ever used the Iroquois paving before?
Yes, we have.
We have. And you're
Yes.
satisfied with them?
Yes.
Okay.
And
I was
the
just
past-
concerned
The past few
because
years, they did it a couple times. They've even
okay.
done our
I was
plan
just concerned because they're all the way out of Waseca when you had 3 other companies that were pretty much within the same ballpark. But all right, thanks, Kevin.
Yeah, they've been
I'm
bidding
good,
these
Brian.
projects for a while.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the recommendation of staff for the 183rd Street Harlem Avenue to Oak Park Avenue. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Number 7, discuss fire hydrant painting project. John?
Yes, sir, thank you. We had a RFQ go out for our hydrant repainting project, which includes approximately 600 fire hydrants in the scope for this year. We had 2 bidders respond, one of them being Kreider Enterprises out of Manuka as the low bidder for $9,800, and the other response was from Alpha Paintworks. We're requesting for the committee to approve the contract with Kreider Enterprises to paint the hydrants as scoped.
Anybody have any questions? If not, do I
No.
have a motion to, I'll make a motion to add Critter Enterprises to the hydrant painting project for the agenda. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Number 8, discuss water assessment program.
Yes, sir. Thank you again. This is for a full system assessment. Well, let me rephrase. It's for a system assessment to be done in phases for our full water system. As you see in the description, the scope includes fire hydrant maintenance, where they inspect a portion of our hydrants as defined for problems. Hydrant flow testing, that gets our ISO fire rating requirements met. The volume of water and pressure coming from the hydrant is inspected. We have a system leak survey that's done for finding leaks in our water system that obviously are not visible by a main break, and valve exercising, which exercises valves as defined and gives us a maintenance list for that. This is an ongoing requirement for the water system, and we put this out as an RFQ this year for an ongoing service, and the 2 RFQ responses were from M.E. Simpson and National Power Rodding. M.E. Simpson's number came in at $149,300. We're requesting for the first year of, I believe this is a 5-year possible renewal RFQ here. So our first year is at $149,300. They're requesting approval of.
Anybody have any questions? If not, I'd like to make a motion to approve M.E. Simpson for $149,300 to the agenda. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
9, receive comments from the public. Anyone wish to address the board? Let the record show there is none. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Gonna do it?
Okay. All right, I'd like to make a notice of adjournment, starting the meeting of the Committee Development Committee, and to notify everyone here that Trustee Glatz will be participating in this meeting electronically by telephone conference call. He's prevented from physically attending this meeting due to employment purposes. Trustee Glatz, are you with us?
Yes, sir.
Carry on.
Carry on, okay. All right, let the record show it's 6:40. on Tuesday, the 10th of July. Item number 2, consider the approval of the minutes of the Community Development Committee held on May 8th, 2018. Can I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Discuss the small cell ordinance, item number 3.
Yeah. So this is an ordinance, so the state passed a law that went into effect on June 1st. This preempts and restricts local control of small cell wireless companies co-locating on utility poles in the public right-of-way. So this has limits to height, the locations, permitting process, review time, fees, annual rent, just about everything. The state kind of restricts what we can do there. So this would apply to all, this would make all small cell co-locations in the right-of-way permitted uses that can't go through zoning approvals. Municipalities basically have to set their requirements by August 1st or kind of lose review control over some review authority. So the Illinois Municipal League kind of created a model ordinance for us to kind of work off of. This kind of sets the strictest regulations we can on this. So we kind of used that as our template, made some minor changes just to make it fit in with our codes. The next step's kind of going to be for us to look at aesthetic design guidelines. So this is kind of the first step to make sure we don't lose any control over our right-of-ways. And then our next step will be kind of coming up with aesthetic design guidelines that'll relate to not just the right-of-way, but pretty much all small cell antennas. So we're asking to recommend the village board adoption on July 17th, so that way we can meet the August 1st deadline, kind of skipping a first reading that we typically do for text amendments, to make sure we meet the August 1st deadline and kind of keep control of small cell locations in our right-of-way. So that's it.
Trustee Brady, if I could just add, that was well said and well summarized. It's, a number of municipalities fought this law. I don't particularly, in my opinion, I don't think it's very helpful to local municipalities. They took away a lot of our regulatory authority here. This ordinance is, I agree, is about the best we can do. But you may be seeing some attachments on right-of-way poles, very soon. It seems the wireless lobby and community fought very hard for this. They're fighting for it in every state. They're winning in most of those states over the local municipal regulations. So, just a reminder, you may start seeing these going up, and there's not a whole lot we can do about it. And so this ordinance does reflect about the best we can do.
And we are going to try for design guidelines, especially in the downtown. We're going to try to get those together as quick as possible with a focus on keeping our aesthetics and our look in the downtown. But it is kind of up in the air, I think, in terms of how much we can regulate on that. Yeah, so there is, on some of the poles on the downtown, we already have plans to bury some of the lines in the downtown. So we already have those projects kind of in the works. We're a little bit protected there on some of them.
So what I read and what you've said, it sounds like that we really don't have much of a choice.
We don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Correct. And
We
this
have
is,
our home rule authority, they restrict our power.
Oh, okay.
Not all of it, but mainly the zoning power.
Right.
To have them in on special uses and things like that, we no longer can do that.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you thought ahead for the things that are not going to, the poles and so on and so forth, for the aesthetic value down on Oak Park Avenue in different parts. So we just have to wait for an onslaught of complaints from people.
My guess is you're going to see them sooner rather than later. They fought very hard for this, so I don't. Their 5G networks or wherever that's going, I'm not qualified to speak on that. But seeing how hard they fought, and they actually wrote this law, the wireless community. So I'd imagine we're going to start seeing them real soon, all over the state, not just here.
Right.
So we'll see.
Okay. All right, any further discussion? All right, all those in favor?
Wait, we just.
Oh, sorry.
just make a motion to place this on your next agenda.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to put the small cell ordinance on the next agenda and waive the first reading.
Okay, all those in favor?
Is there a second?
A second?
There we
Sorry,
go.
I'm ahead of my game.
Now we go.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Opposed? Oh, he's here.
Motion carries.
Motion carried. Okay, on to item number 4. Discuss the GovTemp Committee Development Director's position.
Thank you, Trustee Brady. This is our annual renewal of our contract with GovTemps for our fine Community Development Director, Paula Walrick. So the only difference this year, again, reflects it reflects a 2.5% increase. This is a 6-month contract. In the past, we've done 1-year contracts. I think, as everyone is aware, we're looking at having Kimberly Clark at some point in the next 6 months take over the position, and Paula then would revert back to a 32-hour-a-week position with different duties. So we'd be coming back with a different contract at that point. So, but again, this is really no different in the language than what we've approved with not only Paula but other GovTemp contracts. And so if you're okay with this, this would go on the agenda on Tuesday.
Would we be able to discuss this with the full board in closed session, or being that it's a temporary position, or?
Can you discuss a contractual position like this in closed session?
Regardless, you could look at it
Yeah.
before the next
Yeah,
meeting, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll take a look.
Okay.
My guess is that you can, but I'll double check.
Okay. So,
You want to make a motion to move it
Yeah.
to the next committee meeting to go to closed session?
Second?
Wait, you want to do
Oh, just-
committee meeting or the next,
Well,
the
it'll
next
just be-
executive session?
Yes, next
Okay.
executive session.
Next executive session, you guys have?
well, okay, so you want it, okay, because the agreement expires July 31st, so do you want to, you're talking about doing an executive session
Can you hear me?
before the
Yes.
board meeting?
You guys are breaking up, and I'm
Yeah,
having
that's fine.
trouble hearing what's saying. I could only hear Pat Conley and Bill Brady. Pat, can you explain to me what I heard? Executive session for this? Why are we moving to executive session?
I just asked if we could talk about it in executive session, and the attorney said he'll get back to us.
Talk about what in executive session?
The extension of the contract.
What's there? It's only 6 months, right, Dave?
Correct.
What's there to discuss?
That's why I want to do it in closed session, otherwise I would have talked about it already.
Here's,
It's hard to hear you, Brian, because you're not speaking into the microphone. So excuse me.
Maybe the
That's
mic's
why
bad,
I'm
I don't know.
asking if I missed something.
here's what I'd recommend. Being in August, first deadline, I'd recommend that you put it on the agenda. Even if we have executive session after, whenever we have a plan, we can always come out of executive session and take action as well, when we're done. So I think I would move it to the agenda pending, discussion in executive session. So that keeps it moving to a possible vote.
Okay, but I think you want to have the executive session before the vote, right? Is that?
No, it doesn't, we can
Oh,
come on it, yeah.
oh, okay,
It's
all
put it
right.
on the agenda, but, well, yeah, well,
You want to just discuss,
we could come out, like you said, it come out afterwards, and
okay, but you're ready to vote on it on Tuesday then, but
after executive session, correct.
after executive session. Okay, so we'll put it on the agenda after executive session. Okay. Got it?
All right.
Yeah.
What's that? Mr. Glatt?
I didn't know if you guys were done. I just heard noise, so I didn't want to interrupt.
So I would guess if that's why you want to take, Trustee Yonker, do you want to make the motion to move this to the next agenda pending discussion in executive session?
Correct.
What I don't understand is how come we wait until the meeting? I mean, this could have probably been discussed with days prior to it, but
So do do we have, is there a
Yes,
motion?
make a motion.
All right. Is there a second on trustee Yonker's motion to move this to the full board agenda next week pending discussion in executive session?
Second?
Nay.
Oh, wait. Call all those in favor.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Opposed?
Nay.
All right. Motion carries.
Motion carries. Receive comments from the public? Let the record reflect there are none.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, trustee Glatz.